There was like a dick drawing.
Oh yeah,
not contest, but just like
everybody started drawing.
Everyone proceeded
on
to
this whiteboard.
incorporate their own picture of a dick. So mine was like as realistic as I can try to make it.
That's what we want.
It was
Should
all
have turned it
girthy
into
and
Steve
veiny.
Harvey with a little
Yeah,
mustache on
man.
it.
Well, they started getting turned into other things.
Right,
too.
of course, as they do.
Everyone was really impressed by yours.
Yeah, well.
So, I can't do any art half-assed. I got to do a full-assed and full dick.
That's
Full
right.
throbbing dick.
There's no point.
That's how I was taught. That's what Mrs. O taught me back in high school.
That's exactly right.
She said, pull the whole throbbing dick out. And I think I might need to have called Child Protective Services. Someone failed me.
It was in the junior high wing. It was dark down there.
Right.
We didn't really
Those
worry about
weird
it. It's
closets.
practically the basement,
Yeah, there was a boiler.
Practically the
It
basement.
was like, I think I saw like clawed hands coming out.
Just wrapping around the
Yeah.
boiler. That might have just been
I
the
woke
plumber,
up.
though.
That's just the plumber. That was Mrs. Elon's husband.
Yeah. Mr. Eli.
Mr. Elon.
What's his name again?
Miss Eli, what's your husband's name? Mr. Eli.
Ah, shit. That's, yeah.
Should have known.
Should have guessed that much.
Should have guessed that one right off the top.
Oh shoot! Did you show Matt the present you gave Chris?
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah, I sent
okay.
him pictures.
Okay, good.
I hung it up
Yes.
in the bedroom and I
Yeah.
showed him some pictures and I was like, that's fucking awesome.
Chris loved it.
That's great. Yeah,
Chris did love it, yeah.
I'm sure he did.
Turned out good. It was pretty simple.
Yeah.
It was just I was just trying to emulate the podcast
Right.
graphics that you made in the
Yeah.
like beat bit graphics. Or
Right.
whatever. But
He
yeah,
says he'll
it's fun.
be back.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he was,
Bullshit.
I was like, we miss you on the show. I mean, it'd be cool to have you on again. And he's like, yeah, I want to come back on.
No.
And I'm just thinking, he's not going to come. He's not coming back.
Well, we'll get him. We'll have like a sound bite of him for episode 300. That's what we'll do. He's got 15 more episodes to get his shit together.
He'll do the soundbite and he'll immediately boo.
I'm just going to cue it up. We're going to get it all ready.
Hey.
I don't even know where the button is anymore. It's been so long. There it is. Chris hasn't been here. My reflex is gone.
Gotta practice for episode 300.
That's exactly right. I gotta limber them up. I've got this. Got that ready. I've got this.
Woo! Come on
We're
now.
ready for everything. Got Steve Harvey down there. All right.
Let's Pavlovian.
I don't know if I can turn this thing up enough without making noise. God damn it.
We can definitely get it darker. Darker means cooler.
That's right. I can't remember whether it squeaks on 2 clicks or not. We'll see.
We'll find out.
We're gonna find out.
Seems all right. I don't hear anything.
Well, it didn't start. It has to get up to speed first.
Oh, it's not up to speed yet.
Yeah, because that's the idea.
What is it, just squeak a little bit back in the back?
Yeah, because it's just a little off balance, so it just does that just a little bit, and it's just enough that after a little while it starts to squeak on the little hinge that's in there.
Yeah, whatever. Nobody listens to the show.
Nobody can. Yeah, exactly.
They're not
right.
here for quality content.
Yeah,
They're here for
hopefully not,
just
because
to
they're going to be
fill-
disappointed.
That's right. Everyone who is here, you guys already know, you're just here to fill up a certain amount of time before your untimely death.
So we had one, and then we just lost them, so you know what that means.
And then just
Start the show.
The money pops in and goes away immediately. Reminds us that we're not worth sticking around
That's
for.
the bullet in the chamber leaving the chamber. That's what we call that right there. Here we go. Start. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Kickstart with Matt.
And Matt.
And
She's back.
Back.
We're all here. We're
Trio.
oh my God, it's
Allison's
like
basically our third is featuring Allison.
that's exactly right. That's exactly right. And we're
And no, and never has there ever
and
been a third.
no, there's
and I
never-
won't acknowledge
as
it.
I refuse. This is
I don't recall
this is
someone
our
else being
revisionist
here.
history right
That's
here.
right. And retcon the whole last fucking 4 years.
Yeah, this is it. Speaking about the past 4 years, the sky is not falling for anybody right now, and
Oh yeah. Who done you?
like
He's the
those,
only
and we
one.
like
The only
FBI raids. That's it.
Oh, did he get FBI?
Oh, you didn't hear about
I
this?
don't, fill me in. I haven't heard the news.
So yesterday the FBI raided the Mar-a-Lago mansion. They like blew open his safe.
What?
Today they confiscated Scott Perry's cell phone while he was like on vacation or something like that. So there's some warrants being
Wow.
carried out. So we'll see how that all transpires.
Nice to see something kind of.
Back the boys
Finally,
in blue.
finally,
Yeah.
that's right.
Police, cop lives matter.
Yeah, when they reached out to everybody about the whole thing, they're just talking about, well, it's ridiculous. They should have gotten in touch with our lawyers, and we would have been happy to arrange to hand over whatever they wanted. It's like, do you not understand the idea of a search warrant? It's so you can't fucking hide what they're looking
That's
for.
right.
You
Search
don't,
warrant
you
is
don't get
meant
that
to-
heads up.
No.
Yeah, the spontaneity is
Hey,
the
lawyers,
point.
is it okay if we go through this
Well,
stuff?
let's just look at what they might be looking for, and maybe we have it. We probably don't have it, and let's just look and delete a whole bunch of stuff. And
Don't check the trash.
no, it's
You,
nowhere.
you may
nowhere.
look in the living room, the guest bathroom, and part.
But you
of
absolutely
the-
cannot
the
look in
part
the
of
safe.
That's right, or the trash cans.
What safe?
What's
We don't have a safe. We don't. And a
We
trash,
don't have trash cans either.
It's all diapers in there. You won't have anything to
Just
do with
pure
it.
diapers.
It's
We just take
shit.
them. It's our community outreach. We take all the diapers from all the neighborhood. We put them in our trash
It's
cans.
just to cover up
That's
the
right.
smell of our shit. Keep the flies away from this corpse-looking fucking floppy toupee-wearing motherfucking clown.
The McRib?
Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah.
Stale McRib brought to life by Geppetto. Fucking bed.
Yeah, That's
It's
it.
just
That's
crazy.
exactly right.
I
That's
love that.
exactly what it is.
That's all. Yeah, but keep the flies off of him. Otherwise, he
Yeah.
spoils.
You
He's
get,
like,
well,
I mean, he is like a McDonald's hamburger in that he's extremely unhealthy,
yes,
extremely gross,
yes.
and but you somehow can't resist like still keeping tabs on him.
That's it. Yeah, yeah. You
Every
got to
time
see
you
what's
get a
going
craving,
on.
what's happening with that?
You
piece
know,
of
there's
shit?
no nutritional value whatsoever.
Absolutely
It's
not.
No,
just
it's kind of killing you.
you're
And
gonna
then on the
hate
food
yourself
pyramid,
immediately.
They've already disproven the pyramid of food. You know.
After several years of research, we've determined the pyramid is a lie. There never was a pyramid.
Go figure. Now, once we deciphered the hieroglyphs on the food pyramid, we decided that it was actually very counterintuitive.
That's right.
For a
It
diet.
was a foolish
Part-
move on our part.
When we unearthed the mummies and we saw they were so well preserved, and we looked what was in their belly.
Yeah,
We saw it was all hamburger wrappers.
nothing but
And Taco Bell.
and the strange thing was, it was just the wrappers. There was no evidence of hamburgers anywhere. We don't know if that was for the servant class. I don't know if it was like a lobster sort of thing where it switched who it was for.
Right,
At
it's
some
the lobsters were once fed to prisoners, and now they're like $20 a tail or some shit.
But the nice thing is if you adapted your taste and now you're out of prison, I mean, you can just eat the same thing, especially if you like consistency like me.
What's that? What do you mean by that? Hold on.
I mean, like if they're feeding them to prisoners and
Yeah.
then you get out of prison and now you like suddenly have a windfall and become rich. Now you can just eat lobster, just like you're back in prison today. It
Yeah.
doesn't make a difference.
Well, if
I
you-
just
if
like
you wish-
consistent meals.
If you wish to be back in prison without serving time.
Exactly right. Yeah, I hate it. It's just like you're a Catholic. I loved those double cheeseburgers that were just like liquid cheese,
Yes, yeah.
right? But I hated everything else.
I was all
So-
about the pizza burger back then.
Oh yeah, the pizza burger was also a good one there.
I like the chicken patties, but there were always little hard bits in them that I have to spit out.
Those are
They
the
were like
bones.
bullets.
Yeah,
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 like-
those are the bones.
There was
yeah.
there were little tiny bones.
Not chicken bones either. They were the fingers of the people processing the meat.
Built
Anyone who
character.
got
They
caught up
just,
in it,
they just keep it going. Keep it going.
just sliced
That's
off
right.
little millimeters of the bone.
They're like the worst manager that any star could ever have. Just keep going. Just keep going. It's
Keep
fine.
it going. Don't
It's
stop.
fine.
It's all meat.
We have more patties to do here today. All right.
These kids, you want these kids to start?
We need to meet our quota, all right?
And pun intended.
And we're not talking about the kids working on the floor. Because you only get extras, and the only way you get extra is if you meet the quota for what we need to sell today.
Whatever the janitor sweeps into a pile
That's right.
and puts on a plate,
You can have half, okay?
The other half goes back in the chicken pan.
That's right. We gotta have something to start for the day
Hard
tomorrow.
bits or rocks and marbles I was eating there. Okay? There might be metallic alloys in my blood to this day.
I don't even think
I think
it's
there's a
question.
class action lawsuit.
The fact
starting.
that they replaced the asbestos ceilings halfway through our high school career.
They certainly fucking did, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
Do we all have mesothelioma?
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
We could all be in purgatory, remember?
That's true.
I think
This is
where
something
we
that
are.
we have legitimately entertained. That we're living in
I don't-
purgatory
yeah.
in some form of like a waiting room
Well,
for something to happen, but it won't happen for like
we
at
don't
least
know
an
what it
eternity's
is.
worth of
Maybe
time.
we're getting ready to be tomorrow's chicken patties. We don't know what's happening.
How do we know? Also, like that's like yeah, we could. And this could be each day could actually be like eons, right? And
Yeah, but-
the seemingly like the illusion of age could be if you're
Time
in
is-
some weird like purgatorial thing, you could easily have like your mind frame you completely erased and reset.
Yeah.
How do you know this isn't the 4,000th time that we've
Oh yeah,
done this?
yeah. It's just a repeat deal. It's
Right.
like Resident Evil.
We're
You're
just
just
on
going
repeat.
round and round and round. Mila Jovovich is here.
There's a new Resident Evil on Netflix apparently, and it's like
I heard
I
about
heard it was
that.
shit.
Yeah, I
like
did too.
total
Now
shit.
I'll tell you what I heard wasn't shit was the new Predator.
Oh,
on
that's what I
Hulu.
keep hearing.
I
I saw
started
good
it.
reviews of it.
I
you
started,
it?
yeah, because I was waiting for Kara to come up one day for us to watch TV, and so I was like, I'm just going to start this because people keep talking about it, or they were starting it. Nobody was really
Yeah.
talking about it yet,
Mhm.
and I got I don't know, maybe 15 minutes into it, and it's fucking
Yeah.
good. Yeah,
I've only heard good things about
Yeah.
it so far.
yeah, I'm really excited to check it out.
Yeah, I gotta get Chris's password back.
Well,
so
I'll
I
give
can
you
use
mine.
Hulu. Oh, okay. Oh, you
Yeah,
have
'cause-
Hulu?
yeah,
Oh,
I have
sweet.
Hulu. Yeah, because
Yeah, we can cut him out of that.
that's right, exactly
Oh.
right.
Who's
I
this?
don't know who you're talking
So
about.
I traded
Chris who?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Who's Chris?
yeah.
Yeah,
I think
Puff.
he goes by Puff.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
He's pastry puff.
yeah.
I had an arrangement with him. He's still on my Disney Plus, and
Yeah.
I had an arrangement with him where like I was on his Hulu. He changed his password and stuff, and then I haven't been using it, so I couldn't log in the time I wanted to use it.
And see,
And I was like, what happened? And then at a practice, I was like, oh, he's like, oh yeah, I changed it. And I was like,
mhm.
well, I can't get into it. So now he gave me the new one, but I don't know if he changed it since then.
it's almost like he just decides to disappear whenever he wants
I
to.
still don't know who you guys are talking about.
I'm still confused too. It's almost as if we're in purgatory and we're not sure how long time
This
is.
might have been the 4,000th time we've said this. And, he's like a nasty old man drawing flies to his grave.
Yeah, we don't know.
So he got raided and everything was all like, you know,
Yeah,
how are they? I guess like taking in the
They're-
evidence now.
They
and
talked.
processing it?
They talked to a former, of course, because nobody's, of course, within the government is talking about what's going on with the press. So the press is reaching out to like ex FBI people and all that to try and
Get their
get
opinions.
something. And
Write
they're
an
like,
op-ed for me.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I
they're like,
need-
we need something to fill these pages.
I can't keep writing about flying squirrels. I can't do one more story.
I'll tell you,
There's squirrels
When I
that
was
fly,
going-
whatever.
when I was getting weird news for today, I'd say it's gone from a solid 50% of animal stories to like 90% animal
And-
stories.
Allison's coming on
I'm
this week.
so
That's why.
And see, this is I didn't know whether you were going to be here today or not, and I had no choice. There's animals.
Yay!
Some of them they're not even that weird. It's just like this animal doesn't
I'm
belong
so
here.
excited about it.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. And in fact, it's so bad that we have the same animal on two different stories.
Yay!
And neither of them is that interesting, but that's okay.
Oh,
We'll make it
no.
interesting.
We will make it interesting. It's about my favorite animal, so it's all good.
There's
Uh,
always weird things going on. They're just not always getting reported.
This
So-
is true. Yeah, some
You
of them
gotta
come out in
start there.
documentaries many years later after they've been caught.
That's
So
right.
yeah,
And after they're safe, they're blown open.
yeah, that's right.
Just bear with us.
Yeah, and they were talking about how like this has never happened to a president before. Like, of course,
Really?
fucking not. But no former president's like house has been raided by the FBI.
Yeah, that's true. They haven't gone that far. I mean,
Oh, my
surely
God.
former presidents have had serious scandals. I mean,
Mhm.
Nixon, Clinton.
Oh, sure.
God, how come they've all
Just
been in our
about
life?
everybody though.
Yeah, that everyone has. They've all had something to hide, all the way back to George Washington and his
We
wooden
weren't
fucking
alive for
teeth.
Nixon either, by the way.
We weren't alive. That's true. We weren't alive for Nixon. That's right.
Or were we?
Well, and see,
We are
that
in
all
purgatory.
depends
We
upon
were-
which Chris we're talking about.
We were
That's the
floating
thing.
through the ether. I mean, our DNA pieces were out there still.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
We
We've
were there for
we've
it.
been around for all of this
That's right.
in one way, shape, or form. It's all about what you acknowledge,
That's right.
and that's it.
I'm like,
I can confirm this.
Yeah. So it's been interesting. Let's see. We've got some things coming up.
I love you just trying to pull out of
That's
thin
just,
air
we gotta-
like a
we gotta-
tapestry of information that's.
There's got to be something going on.
Oh, wait, did we talk about that loud guy getting in trouble with the lawyers dropping all that info? What's his name again?
Alex Jones.
Oh, Alex
Yeah.
Jones.
He's got a reckoning
Oh,
happening
yeah.
too.
Yeah, he finally showed up in court, and he talked. And they made him get on the stand, much to his
Dude,
chagrin.
I watched this short little video in my doom scroll, and I found it was like a Sandy Hook parent was sitting at in like the God, what's that called, like the witness box or whatever.
Mhm.
She's like up on the podium, and she's saying she's like, I want to address this with you directly. Like, I'm not an actor. My child existed.
Mhm.
They have a history. They have, like, you keep saying that they didn't, and that I
Yeah.
want you to acknowledge that you know that's wrong.
Right.
And he just was like, you just see the back of his head, and he kept like shaking his head and nodding his head and
Uh-huh.
shaking his head and nodding his head. Like,
Oh, wow, he's quiet now?
He didn't say, he
Yeah.
didn't say a word, right? Exactly. He didn't say a word.
That
His
guy's
mic was
wordless.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in the fucking comments of this video, people were like, I don't know, she's way too composed. She looks like an actor to me. Lots of comments.
Doubling down.
Oh my
There's a
God.
really good.
It's why he was allowed to thrive. Look in the fucking mirror.
So when they got him on the stand.
It's your fault.
This was his testimony.
I've talked about a lot of these events. A lot of them have not been real, and and so a lot of the time I'm right. I just approach everything with healthy skepticism. I get a lot of documents that come across my desk, and I just try and make the best determination that I can from the information that I have.
That was his testimony.
That was his well
Basically, yeah, exactly.
PR
Like I get a
testimony.
lot of pages that are printed off from different websites that sit on my desk, and I just glue them together
I say
into a
whatever
story. Yeah,
with the caveat
Yeah.
that it's for entertainment. Because
Right.
that's been his
oh,
shtick
of course it
ever
is.
since the Sandy Hook thing.
Of course,
Once he got into that super hot water, he started
Yeah.
saying like, he would do more goofy things, and he'd go on these, like, he'd been on Joe Rogan, and he went on some other goofy podcast to like act more
yeah, I saw
foolish.
that. I saw that.
Like he's
yeah.
a clown, like he's an entertainer. But the problem is he knows his audience believes him.
Yeah.
And that makes it wrong.
That's right, exactly. He's
And this
feeding
is
into
what-
it. Yeah,
He's like an example of what people think. And don't get me wrong, like the media does 100% push agendas, push ideas that from one side or the other.
except us, because we're fair and balanced.
We are
We
as
never
balanced
lie.
as ever gets.
We had that slogan
Never
before
lie.
Fox
Never
News.
lie.
That's right. We've never lied a single time
Not
Ever.
once.
on this show. Not a single time.
And
Yeah.
we can say that with lightheartedness and with heavy, like,
And with a heavy heart.
with a heavy heart, we can say we've never lied. We're sad that
We
it's all
can
been true.
lightheartedly say, with a heavy heart, that we have never lied on this show. Not once. Not a single time. Yeah.
That's right. But we'll never make insane claims like he has.
No.
Where people's lives are getting terrorized
That-
in
well,
their own homes.
And, yeah, that's the thing. It
Fucking
just
God.
all of this conjecture is just destroying everything. But they're in the works of doing this very interesting documentary about about conspiracy theories, but it's focused on QAnon,
Mhm.
and they're talking about the pre-internet age and how all of this stuff used to line up, and it would create these small insular groups. But because of the internet and the ability for these small insular groups to connect with each other, they turn into these whole movements.
Right.
Mm.
So I'm really interested to check that out. I don't know. I don't think they have like a studio or whatever that's putting it out, but I'm really excited for that, because that's one I can't wrap my head around Like, I understand the fertile ground for delusion to fester, right? I get it. Life is crazy. We don't know what's going on. And so you're just desperately saying, like, oh, the reason why none of this makes sense is because it's all a lie, right? That's an easy way to tie it all up with a pretty bow.
Sure.
But the problem is that ultimately, whatever your position in life is, if someone approaches you and says, what information would change your mind? And you say none, you aren't living in reality anymore.
Right.
You have solidified yourself on a position that has nothing to do with what's actually going on, simply what you want to believe.
Well, yeah, you can't be the only judge of what's true. And as soon as you make conditions that allow you to be the only judge for what's true,
Yeah.
you have to accept that you're lying to yourself.
Right.
There's no way anyone can ever know all the truth anyways.
No,
This
of
is
course
like
not.
The doubt, like, this is why my favorite movies are like these, like The Thing and
Mhm.
Blade Runner,
Mhm.
which is funny because like Blade Runner particularly, kind of asking the question of like what's real, what's a real experience? What even
Yeah.
is a real experience?
Sure.
What do we count as a real experience? We're having this problem now in our society where like all of the internet, all of the information is in front of us.
Mhm.
We're so not equipped from like this. We're still in this tribal, like early civilization mode
Right.
that
Right.
we're not used to having so much in front of us that we feel like doubt and skepticism is the correct response for anything that's given to us.
Yeah.
And it should be in general, but that needs to be followed up with like critical thinking, testing, and checking out.
This is it. Critical
Then coming
thinking.
to consensuses,
Yeah.
right? With other people who are
Consensus?
smart.
Consensus?
Consensus? I guess it's
Consensi?
consensus. Consensi? Tell me what I need to do next. Sensi. It's just weird. It's like unprecedented cultural and societal grounds we're treading,
Right.
and it's causing so much of this type of shit.
Oh my God.
That's why Alex Jones can thrive so much. That's why Trump has a cult.
Exactly
Like, it's all
right.
that same shit.
But see, like even after I read that came across my phone that Mar-a-Lago was getting raided by the FBI. The first thing I fucking thought of was, okay, how are they going to explain this one away tomorrow?
Yeah.
Because it's going to happen. If it didn't happen today already,
It's so easy to
And
do.
even if they take all of the stuff and they put it together, even if they have him on a video or an audio recording of him talking about illegal things,
Mhm.
it's going to disappear. It's going to
Well,
get swept
It'll
on.
disappear or get refuted too.
Yeah.
People will say, "Oh, it's been faked."
Yeah.
And then there will always be people who will believe whatever suits their
Right.
opinion.
Right, because
Oh,
it
it's
has
fake.
to fit. Because again, that's the thing that they've clung to. The world is crazy, and this is the one thing that makes sense because I was told that it's right,
Right.
and I'm just going to hold on to this for dear life because it's all that I have.
This is why we shouldn't give people opinions.
No opinions. Yeah, you have to purchase it at a particular store.
Amazon
And Jeff Bezos is going to
Jeff-
deliver you opinions
on a drone.
on a drone.
On a drone.
On a heat-seeking missile that'll find you whatever room in your house, and it'll find you, and it'll be like the old Wile E. Coyote cartoon. The little cap will come off, and the flag will come out. It'll unroll, and it'll tell you what your opinion is.
And that's you need to hold on to that because the Bezos approved bathroom breaks are dependent upon your.
If you don't have your heat-seeking rocket, you can't go through the hall. That's your hall pass right there. You're going to get a detention. You know what that means?
Damn right.
You go to Thailand and you put together new heat-seeking rockets for Bezos.
You get a bottle attached to your
That's
your
right.
private so that you can just relieve yourself whenever you need to.
Juan's here, and Juan says
Fun.
that we're in such a different time because Nixon would have been hung for doing it. It's true. It's true.
It's
Yeah.
funny because people did have a bit more like they had a bit. I guess more. I don't know if it's more critical thinking, but there was less noise going on back then.
Yeah, I think that really is it. It's because the noise makes for, and like I said, it's so easy for people to find somebody else and be like, "You think that too? We're right."
Yeah, I love that in the human experience.
Yeah.
That feeling of camaraderie
Right,
I just
right.
got. That's more important than anything else.
It's like at least in a mental institution, there's a warden that's there to be like, "Y'all need to take your meds and sit the fuck down." You know, we don't have that in the internet.
Big like a big guy in white scrubs with like two billy clubs, just in one in each hand.
Spinning them too. Spinning
Just cocking them all in the head. You already got. He's already fucked up. I'm not gonna hurt him.
If anything, we're gonna knock something back into place. That's my approach.
Oh, man. People are starting to take mental health a little bit more seriously.
It's true. See, that's the thing. You get the give and the take, because there's certain
Slow
things
progress.
where it's like, all right, this is a much better world for certain things, and for other things, it's just gotten exponentially worse and worse and worse.
Groups dig their heels in while others make like very small gains towards their ultimate goal.
This is why I keep my focus on NASA, because all of
Get us out of this planet.
please get me out of here, like today. Yeah, just everything just keeps getting bigger. We're seeing more and more, and it's getting clearer and clearer. We're learning more information every day, and nobody cares about what fucking party Mars is, is aligned with. All this, I just want to know all that out there, because this is already fucked. We lost. Game over has already
We
happened
did
here.
fuck up.
This is like the end of Mario Kart when you win first place and you're sitting there and it's just the people going around. And then, of course, one of the people got lost. And so they're off like driving. They
Little
can't,
cloud guys
they're not
up
going deep.
side.
They're trying to pick them up and they keep going off their bridge again. And you're like, when is this going to be over? And it just doesn't end. You're just
Never
sitting
ends.
there in a slightly grayed screen watching other people drive their go-karts off of bridges and wishing that you could do the same. But you can't, because you already crossed the finish line. You're already
too
done.
late.
Yeah,
It's
it's
too
too
go
late.
backwards
It's
now.
too late. There's no hope.
I think it would be actually kind of preferable. We're all forced.
Preferon?
Exactly. If we're all forced to be, we're all forced to be on this planet together, and there's no room to really break off with like-minded individuals. Just like Dumb Island, how we talked about that before.
Yes.
I think if there were other planets that we could inhabit and get to,
Mhm.
you could go to like intellectual
Oh, yeah.
planet where you have the same goals and you have the same level of critical thinking that everyone around you does, and you just do great things, and everyone just agrees to stay the fuck out of each other's way.
Accomplishments. See, the sad thing though is that even on that planet, that one of the first things we'd have to do would be like, all right, how are we going to keep the idiots from like trying to come and blow up our planet?
Oh, that's easy. You just get all the the like anti-weaponry.
Like erect a bunch of black holes around us or something.
Yeah, like antimatter. That's what I'm trying to say. You just have like you have counters to weaponry. Like how we have like nuclear missile counters and stuff like that.
Sure.
Like you set your planet up with a bunch of that stuff. There's no way the idiots are going to figure out a better way to get to you than
It's not
you
about
can conceive of the way that however they're going to think. So
usually, yeah, but
they will try to take your stuff though. That's for sure.
Right.
Because ignorance and stupidity tends toward violence and rage.
and
any problems-
lack,
Any problem
and therefore
being
greed.
solved with force
Mm-hmm.
is done by someone who is too stupid to figure out the way to do it peacefully.
Exactly.
There's
right.
no fucking problem on this earth.
Yep.
And in any incarnation of life that needs to be solved with violence,
Exactly
except
right.
to stop people who are fucking awful. But that's where it gets twisted up
Well,
Right.
and so yeah, exactly right.
because your country tells you that those guys are the bad guys.
yeah.
And meanwhile, they're the same as you.
We're on the wrong side of the line.
If
friend.
we were all in like when we are all in like a peaceful world,
Right.
when we're living in general peace. I mean,
Right.
there's still tensions, but we'll go about our day and we just go, fuck that person, whatever. I'm not
right,
gonna kill them,
right,
you know, unless you have crazies. But
yeah, well, and that happens, and then sometimes those people end up becoming history teachers and taking kids out into the hallway and punching lockers instead of smashing them in the face,
And
which is
throwing
what they wanted,
desks.
and throwing desks.
police.
Yeah.
That was great.
You
That
never
was
know.
great.
And then sometimes they become
That sounds worse if you don't know the context.
yes. And it is worse.
I mean, it is
Yeah,
bad.
it's,
Regardless.
it's pretty bad. Yeah.
Pretty bad.
Yes. But yeah, it really, I think that the more that we can figure out how we can create a standard or a test, a litmus test of some sort to be like, all right, we're going to harness all of these internet algorithms. We're going to use them to test people, put them on a scale, and the people that are on one side of the scale, we're gonna move them over here. We're gonna show them a whole bunch of ads that are gonna be like, you want to move to this beautiful place? It's such a great spot.
Of course,
It's a spot. Well, it's gonna be so fucking easy. And then anybody who's on the other side of the scale where they're thinking about things, they're gonna say, does this really sound like a good place to you? Is this the kind of thing that you enjoy? And meanwhile, everybody who wrote the algorithm is just gonna be pulling in all the money, right? And then what we do is at the last minute, we send the FBI in to raid their mansions, take all that money, and then use it to send all these people where they need to be.
Isn't that funny that you could steal all their money, then go use it in the economy? With them still
That's
in the
it.
same economy?
Drug money does not sit in lockup, friends.
There's no dollars that are just sitting
No,
idle, not
no.
in the hands of government.
There's a reason why they go after the kingpin. That's exactly right.
That's right. They want the small fish. They want the big dollars.
That's it. It's all about it.
Give
All
us that
about
money back. We're going to tax it.
That's right.
Where?
That's
It's
it.
our money to steal.
it. We're gonna make lots of cucumbers and
Cucumbers
peppers and
galore.
squash. Oh man, it's gonna be so much, but only $50. That's all. That's all you're going to get in Philadelphia for it. But yeah, I hope that this continues. I hope that more people's houses get raided.
Yeah.
I hope that.
Now these other people will say your house is next.
Yeah, that's
They're
right.
coming for you.
That's fine.
They don't like when you're talking about how you think. Trust me, bro. You're low on the list if even there at all.
Exactly right. Yeah, they don't care about your guns. They're only
Maybe buy
interested.
more of them, though.
Yes, exactly. That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah, go
Quick buy
get
'em.
some more.
Get that sales tax
That's
out there.
right.
Come on.
Please, we need new bridges, and I don't want these fucking tolls. So that's it. Go buy your guns so that we can pay for our road maintenance. You'd think Pennsylvania was the size of like Texas and Ohio and California and the whole goddamn West Coast for the budget. You know, it's like, do we really need to do that? We need to.
Dude,
we need to tax the.
I just got a toll bill from like 3 months ago or
Yeah.
something.
Uh-huh.
And it was like $28.
Yeah.
I just went to like Philly, like
Yeah.
up and back.
No.
I was like, what the fuck?
That's because you took the turnpike.
Yeah, it's like a turnpike. I couldn't believe how expensive it
You
was.
fool! Yeah. Oh yeah. It's crazy.
Christ.
When we went to up to Massachusetts the last time.
Yeah.
It was-
Oh no, it was not Philly. It was Mahoney.
Mm.
Oh my God! Really?
Yeah, it was expensive, dude.
Damn.
We took the turnpike, but I was like, why is it so
Oh man.
pricey? I mean, it is what it is, but I'm thinking, Christ, you're not even fixing the fucking road I'm paying to drive on. Jesus.
That's right. We got FBI raids to pay for. Like we got to pay for some weird news.
And we will pay the price. And so will you.
That's right. Prepare yourself, friends. Thank God Allison's here to talk about these animals.
Yeah,
Because
thanks.
otherwise-
intelligent discourse.
Otherwise,
This episode.
I would set up these stories thinking, okay, Matt's going to come up with something for this. And he'd say, well, that was a little bit of a sad story or a lackluster story. And I'd sit there and I go, yep, on to the next story.
Well, on to the next one. That didn't tickle his fancy. Guess we'll try again.
Mr. Finicky over there.
Here's a horse that eats soup with a fork. Try that.
Is it Fork Eye?
Fork eye. Horse eye.
Oh my God. Okay. That I think we just it's just Juan right now. Juan wants to
That's
see.
the only one.
Juan wants to see him take the walk of shame and go on the clink clink. And I'm
Yeah.
with you, Juan.
Where-
I really.
Wear the clothes from last night with his heels in his hands.
Oh yeah,
Do
that's
that walk of
exactly
shame.
the walk of shame, baby.
And,
That's what I
yeah.
want to see.
It's so overt and insane, like his influence on people that he doesn't acknowledge. Like he
He
clearly
absolutely acknowledges it, but part of
not the bad things though.
Oh
He's-
no!
he
He
distances
doesn't.
himself
He
from the
doesn't
bad
take
effects of his
responsibility
behavior.
for anything.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's exactly right. Absolutely. Yeah. He's just all about any spot that he can get some recognition with none of the blame.
He's just been attention seeking his entire career.
Well, of course.
You know, we all remember from long before he was ever a president. He was
Yeah.
on shitty. He was in wrestling. He was on
And
shitty TV
before
shows.
that, he was a fake tycoon.
Exactly. He was.
He had
some
so
fucking-
many things that just bombed and
He had so
burned.
many successful businesses.
Oh,
He knows
successful
how to run a
He
businesses.
knows how to run a business.
He's gonna run this country like a businessman.
Absolutely.
Right into the fucking
I
ground.
love that Johnny Depp was in the Art of the Deal, the movie. It was
And I love that part where Trump
Perfection.
pooped on his bed.
Yeah.
Remember when he
didn't do that.
And he pooped
That was
right
fake
over it.
news.
Fake
That
news.
was fake news.
Pictures or it didn't happen.
That's exactly right. And those pictures are fake news that you have.
Those pictures
And
are
so's
proprietary.
the video,
And
so's
they're
the
mine.
signed affidavit. It's all fake news. That's not
I'm
my
gonna get-
signature.
I'm gonna get O.J. Simpson to come and steal them back from me.
That's right. And he's
If
not.
I did do it,
I'm
here's
gonna-
how I would have done it.
And I'm going to make them wear those little booty things that the coroners have to wear when they walk through. That way we don't have to worry about gloves.
Little gloves. Ones that
They're going to be
never
small
fit.
on purpose.
Never, they
They're
don't
going to
ever
be
fit.
ripping at the wrists. Just
That's
ripping for dear life. It's going to be great. All righty, so here we go for our first tale of the evening. I can't wait to switch this slide. Okay, get ready, folks. Here we are.
This is not Photoshop.
No, this is completely real.
This guy looks like he's in trouble.
He's in
I'm
a lot
afraid-
of trouble.
I'm afraid to laugh at him just because of what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, this is
I'm concerned that there's maybe a reason
So, well, there is.
inside his head.
No, it's not.
Like,
Well, it's more in his stomach than it is in his
Oh,
head.
okay,
A
okay.
strong-stomached Californian man broke a Guinness World Record by wolfing down 17 ghost chili peppers in 1 minute.
That sounds
the
horrible.
90 minutes that came after that one minute
Yes.
were the worst of his life. And I don't care how much it burned going in. I guarantee it burned twice as much coming
The
out.
first
There's
24.
There's no fiber in there, dude. That is straight butthole fire for like a whole day. A whole day.
I think he's going to be dealing with this for the rest of
He
his
looks
life.
like he just
He's got an
destroyed the
ulcer
entire
now.
He's
lining
got-
of his
He's
guts.
got-
Yeah.
So, like when people do the hot dog eating competitions, right?
Yeah,
They all throw up after the competition
I'm
is over.
sure.
None
Well,
of
they
them
spend a lot
keep
of
that
time
down.
stretching their
Yes,
stomachs.
and they have to they have to maintain the elasticity. Okay,
Right.
so that's got to happen. When you're in this situation, there's no evacuation of any sort's going to help you. It's only going to get worse from here on out. But but at least he's wearing
God.
sunglasses.
Yeah, he can keep the heat away from his
That's
eyes.
why, but that's why he's wearing gloves.
And
Those
he's
are the-
literally sweating.
Those
Yeah.
are the
Like,
worst.
look at that.
They're the worst
This
sunglasses
guy.
I've ever seen.
They're pretty rough.
They're from like they were cool in like 2002.
And he doesn't even want to risk pushing them up with his nose. Yeah, but he's wearing a tie-dye t-shirt, so he's a fun guy. I love spicy food. Okay, I do not love pain though. I'm not a masochist. I'm not a sadist in any way, shape, or form, unless it involves people who are no longer on the show. But there's this,
Never were.
they were never on this show. But this, on the other hand, is a terrifying sight. So what I want to know first and foremost is there's a large container full of peppers in front of him.
Those are yeah, exactly.
What exactly did they anticipate him eating? I guess they just didn't want to run out, but
That was just their yield from their crop.
That's-
They're like, here's a bunch
I
of
guess.
ghost peppers. Eat as many as you can. And they all laughed at him.
Ben here says, I hope that he had a Patreon set up to buy him a new stomach. Yeah, that's a very good point, because I tell you, This guy is definitely not having the best day. Oh, I didn't even get to show you guys the picture. Here you go. Now you all can see it. What a terrible day this must have been for this poor
This
fellow.
guy's
full of regret.
He looks
And
like
peppers.
someone just told He
Yeah.
looks like someone just told him that his wife is leaving him, that he lost his job, that his dog is missing.
And all those stocks, all that crypto you invested in,
It's plummeted, baby. It's gone way down.
that made him eat another 8 peppers.
And the nearest bathroom,
He was only at 9.
he was like, fine, fuck it.
Oh my god.
Let's tear this thing out from the inside.
Well, what made this guy decide that this was the record he wanted to break?
I guess he didn't have
Does
any
he
more
hate
tie-dye
himself?
T-shirts. I don't know. He's got to have a little bit of. I guess maybe he has some sort of tolerance to heat. He's got to. To even think about this competition. But the point is that if he's getting involved at all, right? Bet it all on red and lost. That's it. That's exactly what happened. I can't fathom. I can't fathom this contest.
If you're not willing to touch this motherfucking shit with your hand, your
Yo,
bare
you
hands,
certainly
why are you
as
touching
shit
it with
should
your
be put it in your mouth.
wet
Yeah,
tongue and the insides of your body? Dude, if you wouldn't
Your dry, crackled hands can't touch it. So your wet inside
so
hands
creepy.
should not be pulling it down
Oh,
into your stomach.
There's all kinds of room to drip. And then
Oh my
your stomach is
God.
so acidic already
Yeah.
that like filling it up with, first of all, ghost peppers. They have those like ghost pepper, like hints of ghost pepper, like
Yeah.
those chips. That
Yeah,
they
yeah,
sell
yeah,
at the
yeah,
gas
yeah.
station, those Pocky chips.
I've got some ghost pepper
I
hot
can't-
sauce.
I can't eat it. I can't eat those chips. I eat one chip and I can't eat for 20 more minutes because everything's on fire. And I'm just like, this isn't fun.
I'll tell you that what capsaicin.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh my God! There's certain, like I've always said this. I've maintained this through my love of hot sauce and all that stuff over the years. If there isn't flavor that accompanies the burn, all you're doing is hurting yourself. You're not eating something. You're not interested in the culinary experience, or whatever.
This guy ate 17 knives.
It was like he ate 17 hand grenades. That's what he ate. Yeah, it's going to have the very similar effects.
17 times, 17 pepper-shaped regrets.
Exactly
Went
right.
inside
Yeah,
of his
this is it.
big, fat, stupid stomach.
Yep, good job. Way to pick up girls at the casino. Gregory Foster is the guy's name. Gregory Foster,
Oh, Gregory
who
Foster.
previously, this guy's done this. He's in the running. This is the reason why he previously broke a world record by finishing 3 Carolina Reaper chili peppers in 8.72 seconds.
Whoa! I guess you got to eat them that fast because you can keep a straight face for about
That's how long it
9
takes for the pain
seconds.
to kick in. Yeah.
and then it's just absolute fire.
The third one, he already was feeling it. He got 2 down. I'm pretty sure he's trying to die. This is like he tried to call in a fake bomb threat to
NASA's not
stand
working
out.
fast enough
No,
to get him off this
it's-
planet.
It's
He's
just not doing
taking
the
it upon
trick.
himself.
Let's figure it all out. You know damn well he stole those sunglasses from an old lady who was in the crowd. Those are not men's sunglasses.
What is it? Is there words in the reflection on the sunglasses?
They're
Or am I just seeing the fire of ghost?
no, that's I think you're actually seeing there's I forget what his t-shirt says, but it's something about like fire or something like that. And
Okay.
I think that's the reflection because they're tilted down so far, falling off, about to fall off his very
His
small
shirt just
Dwight
says-
Schrute-esque nose.
I'm a
that-
worthless
that-
piece of shit.
That's right. Yes, exactly right. On fire.
hurt
Yes.
me. Just says hurt me.
Yeah. Well, he added another title to his name by taking on the record for the most. Oh my God, Boot Jolokia chili peppers. Also known as ghost peppers. Okay, so this is another. I was going to say
Joaquin
I've never even heard
Phoenix
that before.
pepper.
The Joaquin Phoenix. That's they give
got-
you the lip every
it's got
time. So also those ghost peppers. He ate them in 1 minute. 1 minute.
He had to. He probably just had to shove like a whole bunch
Oh
of
my
them.
God. You just get just get like not even toilet paper. You need to do like a paper towel tube and just load that up like a shotgun, put it in your mouth like
And get
Kurt
somebody.
Cobain. John Foster. Yes, yeah, exactly. You gotta get it. You gotta get it done. You gotta get it done. And Courtney Love was It was bad. Yeah, because Courtney Love was the MC.
Oh,
Get a
no.
double barrel chili pepper dispenser, Matt.
Oh,
Right?
oh my
Well, it's
God.
all up in the air as to how bad things went down, which was worse. So Foster then down 17 peppers in 1 minute. His intake was measured at 3.98 ounces, beating the record of 3.42 ounces, which was set by a Canadian speed eater, Mike Jack, 2019.
Two first names.
Nothing
Mike
nothing
Jack.
more Canadian than that. That's right. I'm the part that you plug in. So
Somebody's out there has no sense. Somebody out there with COVID is going to beat this record.
No, and I can testify to this because this was the first fucking thing that I did once I lost my taste.
Oh, no.
I was like, I want to know what it's like to eat spicy stuff when I can't taste anything. And it doesn't help. at
Oh,
all.
really?
It still hurts, but you can't taste any flavor
There's just no
whatsoever.
flavor.
It's just straight
It's
pain.
just pain.
It's just straight pain.
When you
gotta-
try that, you
I
experience
talked
what
about
he
this guy already. This is exactly what I look like when I had COVID.
Sweat,
This is it. But this was,
adorned in tie-dye.
this was me. This was me on the side of this little bucket full of ice water that I had that I kept dipping my rag in to try and cool my core temperature down. But yeah, which did not work. I just kept melting the ice. But anyhow, this record attempt is a personal challenge to see how far I can push myself in my love of super hot peppers, Foster told the Guinness World Record. As a chili lover, I've been trying to advance the awareness and the excitement surrounding these super hot chilies out there.
I think he needs to calm down.
I think he needs to find a different hobby. It's good that he likes hot peppers, but I mean, I know I can't talk about that on the show. There's this. Let's pivot a little bit. There are certain things, okay, that people do to themselves because they enjoy the extreme of it.
Sure.
This is, dude, you're climbing the ladder here to the top of the list at this point, and
As
it's
far as mouth
only
sensations,
it's
yeah, this
only
is
a matter of
some of
time
the worst.
before they start blending them up and just dumping them over their body.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You're
I mean,
talking chemical burn.
this guy probably goes to the dentist for fun.
He might
He
go
just
to the,
loves pain in his
he
mouth.
might. You never
He
know.
eats old batteries.
Oh yeah,
You know,
like,
he's
like a watch
little
battery.
batteries, little watch batteries.
that's sometimes it's just everything's on fire. You know, you just don't know when to stop.
Well, it's
at
on
all.
fire on the outside. It might as well be on the inside. too.
Oh man, it's yeah. I guess that's exactly right. He's just trying to synchronize his outer and inner experiences in life.
I know the pain on his face is a feeling I've felt so many times throughout life,
That's
and
it.
I continue to feel.
It's
So-
funny too because I had there was a slideshow to choose from for these
Yeah.
pictures, right? So the first picture was him with no gloves on, standing at the table before he started the contest. He was all smiles, sunglasses were in place, no sweat on his head. The final picture was him with no gloves on, some of the peppers missing, and him like leaning on the table, like barely able to hold himself up, and still with one hand in the air in some sort of victory,
What?
enjoying
Were
those
there people
fine
watching
fun
this
moments.
event?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, there's like probably 3 people.
Oh, yeah. They didn't announce it. That was the problem. They was just like, eat them. Yeah.
It's on E ESPN 95. It's just like
That's-
really low.
At like 4 a.m. Yeah. Yeah. They stopped the orthopedic shoe commercials to air this, which lasted all of 8 seconds. But yeah, or whatever it was. So yeah, it's sometimes, you know, life is terrible and everything is on fire. That's especially true for a Utah man
Oh no.
who has been arrested on accusations. Matt, you can sympathize with this guy.
Okay.
A Utah man has been arrested on accusations that he started a wildfire in all of the state of Utah while trying to burn a spider with his lighter.
Oh my God.
Justified?
Yep.
There you go.
He's innocent.
Again, slideshow. This was the most comprehensive of the photos. The other ones showed passenger jets flying over the fire, dumping red liquid
Oh,
onto the
seasoning
fire.
it.
Very strange. I've never seen passenger jets take care. I guess it's that big of a wildfire.
It probably is, and the
know.
airlines, air travel has not been as popular lately. So
This is true. They got to keep
Keep
them.
busy.
They got to
They
keep
got
them
the
moving.
planes. They
Yeah,
got it.
exactly right. You got to exercise them.
I wouldn't
otherwise
even be
they
surprised.
atrophy. You got to
Right.
exercise your
Use it or
pilots.
lose it, they
That's
say.
right. Yeah, the pilots atrophy after a while.
Getting out of hand, like a spider, burning a spider with a lighter.
Yeah.
That getting so far out of hand that it sets fire to the whole state.
Yeah,
I think there might be a little bit more to
There's a
it.
little bit of negligence going on there, probably. Well, Corey Allen Martin, 26, told deputies that he spotted the spider Monday while he was in a
He's
hiking.
still on about this.
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, while he was in a hiking area in the foothills of South Salt Lake City, near the city of Springville. Wait a minute. He acknowledges starting the fire. That I don't know why they arranged that sentence. Very strange, but the ending doesn't matter. He
The
acknowledged.
writing is never the strongest.
It's that is
weird news
the
stories.
hardest part about doing weird
The
news.
best weird news stories are the ones that you've written.
That's a, yeah.
You've, like, rewritten them.
We'll have to start throwing them in there. I'll just pick a picture and write a story. He acknowledged that he started the fire, but he didn't explain why he was trying to burn the spider. Deputies later found an entire mason jar of marijuana in his belongings,
Uh-oh.
but he did not appear to be high. The Utah County Sheriff said after finishing his own blunt. This is no evidence to suggest he intentionally started the blaze, said Cannon, but he called it a reckless and puzzling decision. This area and most of Utah are bone dry right now amid extreme drought conditions. What led him to stop and notice a spider and then decide, hey, I'm going to burn it? We don't know.
It wasn't even like, okay, so the time that I burned a spider,
Yeah.
I'm not super proud of it.
Sure.
But there was I'm sure I told the story before. There was there was a freaking like a orb weaver spider, huge.
Yeah.
Made a web all the way across my back door like it was trying to catch me.
Right.
I went outside. I went to go walk outside. I nearly stepped into it. Freaked me the hell out. It was like, I mean, it was easily with his legs, like probably about 6 inches
They get big.
or more,
Yeah, they
6
get
or
real
7
big.
inches. I could see it picking its fucking teeth,
Oh, yeah.
dude, with its one arm. So I'm like, look, it's looking at me
With its
menacingly.
giant spider teeth.
Big giant
That's
spider
right.
fangs. While on the one hand I felt bad, like I wanted to relocate it. On the other hand, I was not going to put a hand on that motherfucking thing
Right.
because it was horrifying to me. So I went and I picked up my hairspray and a lighter, and I walked around in the backyard, and I just like flamed through that fucking thing to oblivion. I just burned it up. But
gotta burn this thing.
I mean, that was like in my space.
Right.
I wasn't walking through the woods where
You
they
were
live.
in my house.
I didn't go to its house and burn it alive.
We decided that there's barriers to where we live, and you're on the wrong spot.
Even though this
Flamethrower
looks
time.
like a great place
That's
to,
right.
to have a home.
This might look like a nice right angle to you, but this looks like the place that I go.
This
Now,
is my
That's
place.
right, out from my place into the shared space. There may not be a why. He might not even know a why, said the arresting officer. Martin was arrested on suspicion of reckless burn. I didn't even know that was a suspicion of reckless burn.
I mean, was he reckless burn?
That's a very strange way to put it. But yes, that's the charge, one of them, and possession of marijuana, a drug, and drug paraphernalia, of course. He was in the Utah County Jail Tuesday on nearly $2,000 bail, and it was unknown if he had an attorney. The wildfire quickly spread up the mountain and had burned less than 1 square mile as of Tuesday, according to fire officials. No homes have been damaged as of yet, but the fire is still burning strong. So there you go. We'll see what happens. We'll have to find out if this continues to spread, and if so, are the spiders actually winning? Because if they burn down all the houses, they can make it whatever they want. So
That's
It's all
true.
part of their plan.
this is
Clearing up.
all. This is we're just a fly in their web.
Once they
At this
interviewed
point,
this guy,
yes,
he like crawled away back into a little hole, like a little funnel web.
Just all their little legs coming together. Plans coming together just perfect. Yep, that's how it works. Well, I'll tell you what didn't come together perfectly. The first of our animal stories here. Police in Ontario are warning members of the public to be on the lookout for white.
I thought it was just
I got
a dramatic pause.
Look out for. Yes. A white Arctic wolf that escaped from an enclosure in Niagara Falls.
Oh wow! Oh shit!
So this is,
Allison, could it be down here already?
no,
Can't-
they
can't-
don't travel
can't
that
travel that
fast.
far that
Yeah,
fast.
They don't travel that fast. But I would also say that if I was walking, if I was this guy and being like, oh shit, there's a spider, and then all of a sudden an Arctic wolf walked by, that would be
you
a
might wanna
different
change
kind of
your-
day.
Your
Yeah,
priorities.
right, exactly right.
as far as
Maybe the
threats.
spider isn't that big of a deal right now.
Yeah.
As this wolf that's been loose out in the wild for several days and probably a little hungry at this
Maybe
juncture.
he just wanted to go free.
He did want to go free.
It's
He's wanted to be
probably-
free since he got captured. That's it, in the Arctic.
He's
Yeah.
probably sizing up his environment and like establishing his home.
Getting
basically.
ready.
Is this
Listen,
would this
all
be
over
true,
the
Allison,
place.
do you think?
Reference source.
That's right.
You are now the expert.
That's right,
The
you're
only the resident expert
But he's probably hiding.
hiding from being captured.
Yeah.
And what do you think they found at Trump's Mar-a-Lago mansion? We got
Wolves.
wolves all in the safe.
Arctic
There
wolves.
was layers
They
of
were
Arctic
unleashed.
wolves. Yeah, there wasn't even any service people yet. It was just all wolves. Well, the Niagara Regional Police Service. Yes, I'm really on the pepper thing. So the service tweeted a warning to residents in the Port Colborne area about a wolf that had escaped its enclosure in the area of Main Street West in Port Colborne. Police said in a news release that they had finally recaptured the wolf. It has been rescued
Oh.
from the northern area of Ontario, so we don't have to worry about it
It went
anymore.
north, so
But yes, exactly right.
Alright.
It followed its
well, it
instincts.
went to the cold where it likes.
Exactly right. It's
Yeah.
like it's fucking hot here. I don't care if it's Canada.
Why you keep me
Yeah,
here?
yeah, exactly
Fuck
right.
this place.
This is all connected somehow. I think I remember the way. A police spokeswoman said that the wolf is a female named Boo. Thank God we know its name.
We can address her properly.
That's exactly right, and that's the important thing, that we know what the
all
wolf's
about
name is.
respect.
Yes, exactly right. And the spokesman who accompanied her warned residents to keep a safe distance away from the animal if it is encountered on the loose. So this implies that two spokespeople had to come forward to talk about this Arctic wolf. That the one was like, its name is Boo, and he's like, stay the fuck away from it.
Don't try to pet it. Don't touch it. It will eat your whole hand off.
The lady's like, her favorite color is pink.
She loves pink, and it's got razor sharp claws,
She likes long walks on the beach.
and the teeth, and the white. Oh my God, it's like thousands of pounds per square inch.
Oh, but we love this
That's
wall.
right. Oh my God. Well, pressuring the wolf could also cause it to run, making it more difficult to capture. They said before it was finally brought back into
Well,
safety.
So if you encountered this, Allison, what would you be? What would you recommend if you encountered a loose wolf?
I'd probably call either animal control or the park rangers.
Yeah.
Or...
Would you be hightailing with safety like ASAP?
No, I don't think it would go after you. Like
Right.
usually wolves don't go after people.
Really?
Like, not typically.
Oh, okay. Oh,
They're more
like if
freaked
you-
out by people than anything.
If you approached it and instigated it, then maybe it would be a different story.
Yeah,
but
well,
it
yeah.
wouldn't. It wouldn't like hunt you down. Like,
no,
oh
no.
shit, I'm gonna kill this
not,
guy.
Not humans. We're kind of big. Like I mean,
Right.
they'll take down big prey, but
They are fucking huge.
But
though,
I
dude.
don't. That,
Wolves
from,
are
Some
humongous.
of them.
from what I've
Holy
read and
shit.
learned, they're more scared of us.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It's only when you see a pack of them.
then it's a little bit.
Yeah.
scary.
That's when it's like somebody already knew I was here.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Things
So they've
are
been
a
watching
little bit
me.
different. Yes,
That's
exactly
like
right.
that fucking
Sting.
Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
Where Sting. That Sting movie where he's just following you around. You guys experience that too? You guys ever see Sting in your window? I swear I saw. I definitely heard singing. We heard something last night.
Maybe that was Sting last
That
night.
was Sting at our door.
Sting was at the door.
Last night, at like an hour apart last night,
It was like,
at one point we heard like, it sounded like someone was trying to bust our door down, like they got the Mar-a-Lago address wrong.
Right?
Here at our apartment. But it sounded like, I swear, like
it
someone
was
was
freaking wild.
battering the front door, and then we were like, "What the fuck was that?" And then it nothing was outside. We were just like, "Okay, whatever."
Was your dad?
I've been dodging his calls lately.
Barrett! I'm trying to go to GameStop, but they're closed.
I've been trying to get a hold of you. He's worse than the car warranty. He will not take
Oh
a fucking hint.
God.
There's no such thing
No,
as a
he
hint.
doesn't get any of them.
Even when you're descriptive, he'll just argue with you.
Tell Matt to call me.
That's right.
Yeah, it's texting Allison.
That's
To call me. So
Well,
last,
last time it was tell Matt to call me, please, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh God, is
it sounds like an
everything okay?
emergency.
The
No,
only
it's
person who
never.
dodges it better than you is me, and that's the reason why he doesn't ask me to do it.
That's right.
Yeah, that's it.
Goddamn right. Does Matt not like me? I thought people don't like me anymore. They don't. That's the answer. Because you keep fucking calling.
Sometimes your choices have lasting impacts on life. It's not something that you can fix.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
But yeah, like an hour later, dude, we heard like a
Weird.
fucking bang. We like turned the TV off for a second to like go investigate,
Yeah.
and nothing. Not even a car driving away.
I was gonna
Not
say, you
even
didn't just
like-
like throw your window open.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Did
I
you?
looked outside, nothing was there.
yeah, and
Hey.
then we went and looked through the peephole because I was like,
Right.
okay, like that sounded like the freaking
Something.
door.
Yeah.
No one's there. Matt
I
texts the neighbor,
Yeah.
and she's like, we thought that was coming from like either our place or they were like, we have no idea what that is. So
Getting haunted by loud
That
ghosts.
sounds like it. Yeah, you got the.
if it happens again, I'm gonna run out there. With
If
a
I
baseball bat
heard
or
boo,
something.
at least I'd know who it was. It'd be this fucking wolf.
Exactly right. That boo with
Wolf was
it.
trying to get inside, have a meal.
Yep.
Get a little bit of air conditioning.
That's
Yeah,
It's
sometimes.
fucking hot out there.
It's
For
toasty,
an Arctic
especially
wolf.
yeah. They're used to floating around on glaciers.
Hotter,
Yeah.
it's hotter than that guy's stomach from the last
Oh
story.
my God! Yeah, you have no
Fucking
idea.
burn it up in here. It sucks. I didn't even ask to be here. They took me away from the fucking north, where it was cold and icy and nice.
This is where security cameras come in because you can look on the cameras and say what
Oh,
was
at
that
home.
noise?
Yeah.
I mean, because for me, like
Mhm.
that one time, I think I talked about it on the show. This was the strangest thing that has ever happened to me in my entire life. And that is
That's
a
saying a
fucking
lot.
statement because
Yeah.
I've
That
had
is
a
a
lot of
statement,
strange
yeah.
things
Your
happen.
life is just a strange series of encounters.
So the trash gets picked up on Tuesday morning. Okay. So Monday night, we put the trash cans out at the road. Tuesday morning, I got up to go to work and I walked past the trash cans. And normally I have to kind of back up a little bit and turn so that I can get around the trash cans. But on this particular Tuesday, I just pulled forward and turned around in the parking lot. And then as I was turning around, I thought, that's weird. Something's different today. Why did that happen? It's like when you see somebody who got a haircut and you're like, what's different about you?
Mhm.
Did you get like filler or Botox?
Did your head get
Is it-
small?
It's something.
Who's been fucking with your head?
Who does cucumbers
Who
around
does?
there? Yeah. Yeah. So then I thought, that's kind of weird. And then I got up to the stop sign at the end of the drive here, and my fucking trash cans are sitting next to my barn. Do you remember this?
Vaguely, yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck are these trash cans doing up here? So I called Kara right away. I was like, did you move the trash cans? She's like, no. I was like, all right, that's weird. So as soon as I got to work, I got on the cameras and I'm skipping through the video from over the night. And there's the trash can sitting at the road. And then I skip forward and all of a sudden they're gone. I was like, what the fuck just happened? Like, did aliens come and abduct my trash cans? So I go back a little bit and finally fast forward. Some random guy comes walking down the street across the hill, grabs the trash can, turns around, this is an adult male too. It's not like kids having fun. Pushes the trash can up the road to the barn, sits it at the side of the barn. And then the guy comes back down the hill, gets the other trash can, turns around, pushes it up the side of the road. Never had it happen again. Never knew who it was. I tried. I showed it to a couple of people who like walk their dogs in front of my house. Nobody recognizes the person. I don't know what the fuck happened.
I got one answer for you.
Yeah.
Drugs, man.
Drugs. It's gotta be.
Drugs.
It's gotta be
Somebody on
drugs.
drugs came
It's
down,
gotta be
decided
somebody who
trash
thought
can
that this
belongs
frozen
here.
turkey has to go in the on the bicycle seat in the closet.
That's
whatever.
right. Yeah, the crab on the bicycle seat. And
That's what it was. It was a crab.
Jack
Yeah.
Bauer.
Oh man, that's it. He's got to save
Yes.
24, baby.
You had to save the world by moving your trash cans.
You got to do it. You
What
got to
the
do
hell?
it. Yeah, that was all kinds of crazy shit happens. Sometimes you just got to live long enough, and then once you get it, then you just eat a bunch of Carolina
Rappers.
rapper pappers. Rapper pappers.
Just to numb
That's
the
it.
pain.
Just to numb the pain, baby.
inside is not
That's it.
anything near what
Just
the pain
eat those double cheeseburger wrappers, and you're an Egyptian king all over again. So I'll tell you who else was an Egyptian king.
Hey.
My favorite animal here, we're going to do a double, a twofer, as they say. Police in Spain responded to an unusual situation when a loose goat ran through the center of a city and broke into a jewelry store. Fucking the anniversary's coming up.
Has expensive taste.
Gotta get them rings. Gotta get
You
them
know-
knuckle rings.
You know that these goats are they're not pleased with the kind of environment that they're living in.
Yeah.
And
Well,
they don't
yeah.
have money. They don't make money.
It's a little bit better in Spain, though. There's a little bit.
That's true.
They're a little less urbanized.
Are they-
So.
But aren't they more on the menu?
Oh yeah, they're definitely on the menu, but they get the free range a little bit more.
They get a little more freedom.
So
That's true.
it's sort of like a little bit of a better life. It's like a Marilyn Monroe situation.
What kind of nutrition does a goat have, Allison?
Oh my god, they'll eat anything.
Yes, they
Oh
will.
no, I mean like if I ate one.
Oh,
What's
Oh,
the
shoot.
nutrition?
Oh,
Do you
it's-
want to know the real story? So
Yeah.
when I was in St. Kitts,
Uh-huh.
they cook goat or
Mhm.
sheep for ribs. Like
Yes.
you'd go to a
Oh.
barbecue place,
Yeah.
and it would be either goat or sheep.
they're very popular in
Is it
island
good?
culture.
I mean,
Yes.
I didn't realize what it was when I was eating it.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
So,
it was a good
It was
trick.
good.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. But
I've eaten it before, but only before I got my girls.
yeah,
Right.
then it's weird.
Then I refused to eat
Yeah,
it
then
after.
Thereafter,
Though I am okay with the thought of stuffing them and having them in my house after they die.
But that's different.
It's different.
they'll
exactly.
be a lot less in the
Yeah,
way.
that's right.
They'll be less rambunctious.
Well,
then,
now you also
I
have
should
to add
say.
the goose.
Oh, the
to
goose
that.
is going to be.
I
What
love
the fuck is
and
goose?
oh
dude?
my god, this
That goose is my favorite
this-
animal down there
Oh
now.
my
Makes my
god,
heart
this goose
happy.
is so. I was staring out the window for like 20 minutes today because they were all down by the dock, and I think it's following Bath around in particular, and she's my favorite, so that makes it even
She's the
better.
littlest one.
She's
right?
the littlest
oh my gosh,
one out
she's
of
so
the-
cute.
out of
She's
the
the one
pack.
that needs the most defending. I
Yes.
literally will go and fight the other.
That I do it too.
goats.
I do it
Because they
too.
won't let her eat. I'm like,
Yeah, I
fuck you.
stand in front of her, and I grab them by the horn. I'm like, get away from her food. She's got to eat too. But the goose is like, so she got on top of because we have a boat out there that we use so I can clean the drain and stuff for the pond. And it's sitting upside down, and the goats always fight each other for queen of the hill, as it were.
Aw.
And for whatever reason, Bath won today, or at
Aw.
least at this point in time. So she was laying down on top of the boat, and the goose was laying down next to the boat, right next to her. The other goats were off in different, up by the fence eating and stuff. And then as soon as she got up and jumped down, the goose like stood up real quick and was like, "Ah," and like moved out of the way. But it didn't open its wings up like it was scared or anything. It was like a reactive move
Oops,
rather than
sorry.
defensive. Yeah.
Aw.
And then it got up and it like shook itself off, and then it just waddled after her, followed her back to the barn because the rain
It's
was
like a
coming.
love story.
It was amazing. I love it so much. It makes my heart so happy.
It's so weird that these goats and this goose have befriended each other and
Yeah.
are
what-
now spending all their time.
If we
walking
could
around
see
your
in the
yard.
dark right now, I promise you, the goose is laying outside of their barn door,
Oh,
waiting
man.
for the sun to come up so that they come back out of the barn.
God.
Every day it
Will the
does it.
goose be okay in winter?
I don't know. I think so.
Should we make him-
You're the one we need to
I
ask
feel
about.
like she needs warmth.
Yeah,
She needs, like,
we're
a box
we're
or
gonna
something.
figure something out because
Yeah,
this
that's
goose
how
is
it's
part of
us.
the family now.
part of the barn.
I have an
What's his
old
face?
chicken coop that's like raised off the ground, so maybe I can kind of coax him into that.
Yeah.
We'll have to see,
Yeah.
but yeah, we're gonna figure something out, or maybe the barn door's open.
Yeah, maybe
So-
she'll just go in.
Yeah, maybe, and just kind of hang out in the barn, because the goats tend to stay in that other stall where there's a little.
Mm.
You keep the barn door open in the back though.
Yeah, so there's the two stalls. The one that the girls are in most of the time is the door is shut, but there's a small access door between the two stalls,
Oh,
and
right.
that second stall door is always open.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Even in the winter, you leave it open.
Yeah, because
Oh, okay.
because on that side there's heat lamps in there, and there's heating things inside the walls that I made for their little stalls. So there's
Oh,
plenty in
okay.
there to keep them warm.
Okay.
And that side is covered in hay, and so that would be a great spot, to hunker down for the winter. But anyhow, so witnesses in the Cartagena get ready. I'm going to say this the proper way, Murisa, but it's spelled Murica.
America.
In the Murica region, captured video Wednesday when the goat ran through the busy city near the National Police with National Police.
They
in
crossed
pursuit.
like 2 lanes of traffic with cops chasing it, and it busted
It's
through
like
a fucking
Blues
jewelry
Brothers.
store.
Oh, it's okay, Barbie. Says I'm not the Blues Brothers. So police said the goat smashed its way into a jewelry store near the.
Nobody likes what you're doing.
Turn it up louder. It's too loud. A jewelry store near Bar Columbus and caused damage to the interior of the business before officers were able to lock it in a bathroom. A pair of shepherds. that's
Like
how
some
you got-
murderer.
You're
Like
like,
they cornered it
Jesus
and locked
Christ,
it
we
in
got
a...
him in the bathroom. It's okay. A pair of shepherds were summoned to the store.
Call the shepherds. Coming in with their big...
We got them on the payroll for a reason. So they were summoned to the store and tied the goat's legs for safe transport. It was unclear how the goat came to be wandering loose in the city. But there we have
These
its
cops are
silhouette.
like Benny Hilling, falling all over each
And
other, trying to catch this fucking goat. And
Yeah.
they're like, call 2 shepherds in. They come in with their big old like staffs, and then
We got it.
We got this thing. We
Yeah.
got this every day for
Piece
us.
of cake.
I mean, to be fair, I've dealt with really the most like on hands I've dealt with goats has been taking care of your goats.
Sure.
And they, when they're excited or they're after something, they
Yeah.
won't
Food
hesitate
primarily.
to like mow you down.
Oh yeah, they don't.
And they're strong too. They'll knock your ass down.
Yep, they're straight muscle, even
Yeah.
beneath the floof. There's definitely strength there. But just
I wouldn't go pick a fight with one. I'll tell you that.
No.
well, and that's the fun thing too is unless you're dealing with male goats, they tend to be pretty like they'll like back off.
Yeah,
But-
they become more
But
intimidated.
you get around a male goat, and things get a little more interesting.
Yeah, they'll fuck you up.
Then you got to protect your knees. You got to wear your knee pads from your roller
Can you like
skating
straight
gear.
uppercut that thing though? Like if you get them under the chin, you go,
You
knock
could
them
do
through
that,
the
but
air.
the best thing to do is to hit them right between the horns because their head can handle it,
Mhm.
and also because that's what absorbs all the impact anyway.
Yeah.
And their spine is particularly made to absorb impact.
like
So-
a slinky.
Right, so you can just bam, plant one right between their eyes. Well, not between their eyes, between their horns, and then they'll like stop for a second, and then they might come at you again. In which case, you hit them with the left, and then eventually you
Oh,
just
is this all
stand your
kosher advice?
ground. It's not the best thing as far as Pete is concerned, but it is an old farmer technique.
It's the old farmer's way to handle it.
Yeah.
This is the shepherd's advice we're
Because
giving.
when we got the goats, I stood around and talked to the couple who like bred them and all that kind of stuff. And I was talking to the wife, and she was, telling me about how old they were and what kind of food they like, and how they got to stay away from certain things because they're smaller goats and all that kind of thing. And then the husband came out with these giant bales of hay because he was feeding everybody. It was like, and if you ever have any problems with them, you just hit them right between the horns on the head. And that'll stop them for a little bit. If they come at you again, do it again, and eventually they'll realize you're in charge, and then they won't do it
It's
anymore.
a dominant.
It is. It's absolutely a dominance thing.
So you wouldn't suggest like Muay Thai knee kicking
No.
them in the
No,
jaw or
no,
something?
you have to know.
I mean, that'll probably
Yeah.
hurt
Yeah,
them.
exactly right. Yeah, you want to focus on the hard spot there. That's the.
I feel
That's
like
the
using
idea.
your fist would hurt your hand though, like because
It's-
it's all bone up there, dude.
Yeah,
Those
it's
horns.
and it's thick bone too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, they're
I
skulls.
feel like you're gonna break your knuckle doing that. I feel like you need like.
That's why I just grab a hold of a horn.
paddle.
I grab a hold of a horn and I just redirect them away somewhere. Just go over there, stop them, and then they stop.
Have you seen the goats with the little pool noodles on their horns?
Oh my God, yes, and I have thought about that many times. It might happen if they
I've
don't.
almost been gored accidentally in the friendship.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, well
of
when
them
it comes
eating.
to food, yeah, you gotta. It's kind of like it's kind of like dancing, like
Yeah.
ballroom dancing. You put a little bit of food over there, and you dance over to the other bowl and put a little food in there, and then you do your final little.
Sprinkle a little bit.
Yeah, it's almost like a fencing move. Yeah, one hand goes up and the scoop goes out.
To keep you got the face mask on
Exactly
and
right.
everything.
You got to be ready.
All
You have to be
protection.
ready from top to bottom. Well, I'll tell you, they weren't ready because
Aw.
a goat that ran loose through the middle of a Spanish city before breaking into a jewelry store where it was taken back to a farm escaped for a second time.
Oh my God. Two crimes in the same day.
Double offense. The
The
goat.
shepherds didn't do a good enough job.
No, they went home. That was the thing.
Yeah, we did our job.
That's
That's
like mission
You're not even
complete.
paying
Yeah.
us.
Bills in the mail. The goat, which made headlines for its Wednesday dash through the downtown region of Murica, was taken to Jose Rosas farm in. Not even going to try it. Area where authorities attempted to find the owner. Rosas said the male Iberian goat was placed in a field with a flock of sheep and shepherds, and he was soon discovered as being missing less than 24 hours after being placed at the farm.
crime
Maybe he
spree.
needed to propose to his girlfriend.
He was looking. He was.
really
He was.
just
He
needed to find
didn't.
the perfect
He didn't
ring.
get the time to get the horn on the ring to pick it up. Yeah.
He didn't have any on him.
And there's no articulation in
You
the
have to go back to
hooves.
the jewelry.
That's right. I got to go back. That's just I got the wrong size ring. So shepherds and local authorities searched for hours until the goat was finally located and brought back to the farm. So there you go. They still don't know where the goat originally came from, by the way,
Oh no.
before it appeared in the.
Oh, so some farmer just inherited it?
They put him on a farm. They were like,
Oh.
yeah, we'll take him, whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fine, fuck it.
Yep.
They're all free roaming. He's
That's-
probably trying to escape to go back home. He's
That's
like,
right.
they put me in the wrong house.
Get the
Shit.
fuck out of here! Yeah, it's like Homeward Bound.
Where
Yeah.
am I?
Yeah. Well, speaking of free range, we're going to Titusville, Florida.
All right,
Okay.
Florida's always a good sign.
A woman with an open bottle of Jack Daniels whiskey in a bag.
Coming after your own heart.
There you go. This is my kind of woman. In a bag was arrested for driving a golf cart on Florida's busiest interstate while drunk, according to the report. The 58-year-old woman was arrested Saturday night on the shoulder of Interstate 95. There you go.
Oh, God. On 95.
Yeah, that's some rough shit right there.
Dang.
Yeah, well, she's now facing misdemeanor charges for disorderly intoxication in a public place and resisting an officer without violence, though.
Misdemeanor?
Yeah.
That's it?
Apparently, that's
Wow.
all.
So she's getting off easy.
It's
She
Florida.
probably shared the rest of the
It's
jack.
Florida.
Yeah, yeah.
There's four other
Yeah.
carts they just couldn't catch up to.
There was a whole caravan of them. She was just as one that just her
Straggler.
battery was dying, so that's why they got her.
I like that this picture looks like ET's riding
It's-
in passenger side.
Gotta get him back home.
Well,
We got.
the fastest way to get him home is at 95. That's the fastest way I know.
He's drunk on it.
That's
E.T.'s
why-
drunk with a
that's
bottle.
why they let him
And
off.
Elliot is too, because
Oh, yeah.
they're connected. So remember he gets drunk in the movie. And then Elliot gets drunk at school and
Yep,
he's like,
that's it.
and the teacher's like, what's wrong with this kid? And he's like,
Oh my god, I forgot
Oh,
about that part.
God.
That
Yes.
happened?
yeah, oh yeah.
Why don't I remember that part?
E.T. I only know because I just recently saw this on TV.
Because I remember it was on.
Yeah, and there was a scene where Elliot's in school. Remember?
Yeah.
I don't know if we were watching this part
I think
together. or not.
I
But Elliot was in school and E.T.'s just like raiding the fridge drinking beers.
Oh
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he's getting fucked up playing
Yeah.
with the speak and spell and shit.
Yeah.
And Elliot's
I love
just like,
E.T..
he's like, oh, he starts getting all fucked up because they share a weird connection.
Right.
So
I forgot about that.
I didn't understand. But
I love
I,
that movie.
not even as an adult. But I do now because I know Elliot drove E.T. in a golf cart down 95 trying to get
Only
his
got
ass
charged
home.
with a misdemeanor.
E.T.'s fucked up. Take me
Excuse
home.
me, 58-year-old woman.
Please drive me
That's right,
back
that's a
home.
Well, I saw lipstick and I had to assume it's
That's
the
right.
ugliest woman I've ever seen, but it surely is a woman.
And it's also Florida, so you're
That's-
doing all right.
It's not the worst I've seen.
That's right, exactly. You've been out in the sun too long.
E.T. looks like he looks like a weird sack of like fucking flesh potatoes.
Oh
like,
yeah, absolutely right.
like potatoes
Yeah.
stuffed into
That's
like
it.
an old bunch of skin.
Sometimes there's no new skin left.
A hot dog
According-
has been on the rotisserie for too long.
That's it. It's 7-Eleven. According to a Florida Highway Patrol report, a semi-truck driver spotted the woman driving the golf cart in the center lane of 95.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. Which
Not
is
even on the fucking shoulder.
oh my God, which is the center of the heart of Florida's Space Coast. This is
Space,
fucking
space
ET.
goes
I'm
coast
saying
to
it's
coast.
It's ET.
It freaking is.
It's gotta be.
home.
Well, the truck driver used it's a woman truck driver too. She used her semi to steer the golf cart driver to the shoulder of the interstate. So she's like, "Get the fuck off the road! Get off the road!"
She's the shepherd.
That's it. She's
on
the shepherd
highway.
of the highway.
Highway.
Exactly right.
This lone weird
This
ghost
is not
animal
the
creature.
mile marker you came
Get
from,
the
but this is where
fuck
you
outta
live
here.
now. Well, once on the shoulder, the truck driver grabbed the keys of the golf cart. Give me these fucking things. As the woman tried to drive away again. Once troopers arrived at the scene, the woman started arguing with them, and she insisted that she needed her bag. Inside the bag, troopers found an open bottle of Jack Daniel's Tennessee Fire whiskey. I cut all ties with this woman because it's the only kind I do
That
not
sounds-
like.
that does not sound as.
It's
good.
got cinnamon. in it.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
fucking
that just
disgusting.
makes
No,
it
thank
awful
you.
right
No,
off the
thank
bat.
Oh,
No.
remember when we got those free shots of Fireball?
Oh yeah,
from the bar
I
with
was
the-
just going to say Fireball is
It's-
worse
The
than
only
If
time I'll ever drink it is when somebody, a
Mm-mm.
cool bartender, hands it to us
Yes.
as an
Someone-
apology.
That's right. Yes.
If somebody hands that to me, it's you remember the whole situation with the Manhattan?
Yeah.
Manhattan.
Yeah, yeah.
That's where that Fireball's
Oh
coming.
man,
Yeah.
when we were in Ocean City, we checked out this bar. What was it, Duffy's?
It's
or something?
Duffy's, and normally
Oh yeah.
like I've been there plenty of other times, like
Mhm.
younger.
Drinking in
but-
the bar.
well, eating there, but then
Mhm.
as an adult, I went back. Like,
That
to-
bartender.
Right.
and it was not that bartender when I went, but I'm like, hey, can I get a Manhattan? Like, I know, most bars don't really serve like a Manhattan. He's like, oh yeah, sure.
Right.
What kind of whiskey? You want bourbon? What do you want as far as? I was like, oh, do you have Woodford? Do you have Woodford Rye?
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I like. And he's like, oh no, we don't have that here. I'm like, okay, you're the bartender. You seem to know what you're doing. Like, you pick.
Mm-hmm.
This dude freaking goes over and picks up wild turkey. Wild turkey, which I don't even care about that.
Yeah.
Dude puts it in a shaker
Yeah.
with nothing else.
Nope.
Just ice.
Yep.
Shakes it,
Yep.
pours it,
There you go.
puts a cherry in it, and
Perfect.
says, "This is a Manhattan."
That's
what
what
would you? And then he goes, "What would you like me to do with your dirty ice? Do you want to keep that in a
Right.
cup?" And I'm like, "What?"
And it was like
I was like,
Australian
first
of all,
Manhattan.
you don't. No one asks you that in a fucking bar.
No,
Right, yeah.
I was
And
like- I was like,
Allison, just being polite, just said, "Yes, sure, I'll take
What
it."
do you want to do with this dirty ice?
So I took it. I'm like, I don't even know what to do with it. So because it was just straight freaking wild turkey,
Yeah.
I just slowly was putting the ice
Yeah,
back.
that's what you do.
That's what you
Absolutely.
do.
As you
And
do. Yeah.
But then Matt came to my rescue because I'm drinking this and not enjoying it
Of course.
at all. And
Yeah.
I'm like, and I was like, I can't tell the guy like, hey, can you please put like vermouth in this, please?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, because this is not a Manhattan. This is literally just
Right.
wild turkey. So Matt's like, he's like, I don't think you can drink all of that. So he just grabs the cup and freaking sprints to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, he poured it all down the toilet.
I
That's-
dumped it down the toilet.
What you
'cause
should
there
have
was
done-
Shit
you
whiskey
should
that I wasn't
have-
even willing to
Yeah, I
drink.
was going to
Oh,
say.
it's so
like,
bad.
I like wild turkey, but I like the honey
the
bourbon.
honey one is
Honey
freaking
bourbons. Oh, yeah,
that's
honey's
good.
Yeah, of
great,
course. Yeah.
but it's just
It's flavorful.
plain wild
Yeah.
turkey.
But I took a sip of that and I was like, "This is a fucking martini," so I just dumped it down the fucking
Should've
toilet
been like,
where it
dude,
belongs.
I'm driving. Can I get a shot of vermouth? I'm just going to do one with my friends. And just take, she'd be
Well,
like,
what's
this was supposed to go in her drink. After he brings it, just chastise him in front of the whole.
I had
This is how
such
you make
mixed
them
emotions on it because I wanted to correct him and be like, look,
Yeah.
can I just walk you through how to make one? Like
Let's do this
I'll
together.
tell you how to make it.
You're going to make better tips after this. Yeah, this is going to be a good day for you.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. But then, and then it got even better because then he comes over and he's like, "Do you want another one?" And I was like, "Oh no, man! Like that was way too strong for me." He's like, "Well, it's a strong drink." I'm like, "Screw you!" Like,
Right. Yes.
if you make it correctly,
Yes.
I'll drink like a
You
handful of them and be
You
fine.
can't just put it in the right glass with the
No,
wrong
it was
filler.
so
That's
bad.
not how it works.
No,
That's it.
Oh, man.
Just ask most of the
but
people
that's what
on
I
the
would
beach.
do.
You
That's
just-
what I would do with Fireballs.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
I can't.
Just chuck it. Just throw it behind your shoulder, over your shoulder when you go to drink, shoot it.
That's what
Yeah.
Achoo!
Salute.
Right in somebody's face. Yeah.
Cinnamon burns their eyes.
Somebody loves Fireball.
They're like definitely allergic to cinnamon.
The ghost pepper guy's like right up behind him with his mouth open.
Love
"Ah,
vacation.
Give me some of that fucking heat.
Love
I
vacation.
can't live without feeling pain. I just can't bear it.
That's
I
it.
can't bear the boredom of existence without all this hot capsation in my stomach.
Oh man.
Not even what it is.
Capsation.
No, it's just as Steven Seagal would tell us, it's a fire down below.
That's right.
That's,
That's
that's what he's all. And we're going to take you to the end of the episode. We'll see you next time for another episode of the Kickstart with Matt.
And Matt,
And Allison.
That's it, folks. We did it again.
Yeah.
we did another episode just for you.
Just for you.
We're not dead yet, and we're just, we don't know what else to do with ourselves. So if you have suggestions to join our Patreon,
Aside from
tell us
die,
what to
we
do.
already have that on the
We
list.
know it's on the list, but you can give us more support
That's
as far
right.
as getting us to the end goal.
That's right.
Is
Yeah.
Tyler the only?
He's the only.
He's the
patron,
only
yeah.
patron. Yeah.
Yeah, and he,
Oh.
Yeah.
because he's got the basic
He's
level.
so
I told him,
nice.
please don't even pay money for this.
That's
Nobody
right.
should,
That's right.
but he wants to.
We've never even made a draw from our Patreon account either. I have to look and see because I know Tyler's been like a patron.
He said to me the other night when I saw him at Chris's party, he said, "Where's the money going?" I said, "I don't know.
It's just
I haven't seen a
it's
dime
just,
of it."
It's just sitting on our
It's just-
Patreon account. I guess we might buy a new chair or something like that.
Yeah,
maybe.
there we go. Yeah, we got it.
We can buy some better lights for in here, so we don't have to use these Christmas lights.
I
We
like
could just-
them though.
Yeah, they are. They're very. Yeah, they're nice for ambiance.
Yeah.
But they do a terrible job at lighting for this very. This camera that we use for
It
the
works
live
well.
stream, it's meant to do quality control on conveyor belts.
Seriously.
Oh my God, we're living in Henry
Yep.
Ford's dystopian nightmare
That's exactly
right
right.
now.
I got
We're
it.
not working, but we're being monitored.
That's exactly
like
right.
We should be
Like
more productive.
that's right. We just need to put out more
I mean, it's
material.
good quality,
It
though.
does. It does the
Like,
trick. It's because it's a high quality camera and it also has a fisheye lens. That's the reason why I bought it, and it
More
was small.
content.
That's right.
More
That's right.
content.
That's
The
right.
ghost of Henry
Absolutely.
Ford's gonna bang on our door for the rest of our
Oh my God,
forever.
it's Henry Ford.
It's
Give
it. It's
me-
him because
give
we're not
it to me.
doing enough content.
That's it. You got to
But we
leave.
don't have enough patrons. That's the thing. We got to get the Model T out first.
I was
and
going to say you
then-
need a disassembled Model T. Hang it around your door frame, and his spirit will pass you by. It won't pass over. Yeah, that's how it works. See you later.
That's the way to keep him at bay.
That's it. That's how you keep them at bay.
The guts of a Model T. Fuck off. They're working. Okay.
All the neighbors.
All
are
right.
gonna-
There's a lot of gears going on here. Okay,
All the
they're all
neighbors are
right.
gonna walk by like.
If we can just spell out our number, like our house
Yeah.
number, so that DoorDash
Oh my
can
God,
find it
DoorDash will
right.
find
That's
us.
what you need.
Yeah.
You need like a giant, like a Pokemon gym on Pokemon Go, like a giant arrow that constantly
Yeah.
rotates above your house.
I was gonna say we don't want a Pokemon gym, otherwise we're
No,
gonna have
no,
a bunch
no,
of
no.
like random people just showing up in the
Oh,
yard.
no.
And I already have plenty of that.
I'm
Yeah.
sure you
So,
do.
I got enough that I want to get a salt rock gun or a beanbag gun or whatever and just shoot.
Whatever's available.
Just
Just get a T-shirt gun,
T-shirt gun.
and
Oh
just
my
have
God.
the T-shirt say just shoot our T-shirts, Kickstart shirts, and into people, and just have it say leave it, get the fuck out of here.
That would be great.
Is there a restriction on the power of hose you can have? Can I get like a fire department
Like
level hose?
water pressure.
Yeah.
I mean, just
water
get like a
pressure.
power washer.
There is a regulation to water pressure for rental buildings.
Oh,
But I also know a plumber who knows how to change the regulators on water pressure for rental buildings.
that's true.
So, even if you can't get a hold of a pressure washer right away, I might have some.
You might know a guy.
I might know a guy. who can help you
Is
get
it? It's
get some,
not
like-
Bert.
fire hydrant.
It's not Ernie.
It's not Ernie.
It's not Bert.
It's not Bert, but it might be somewhere in the middle. But yes, so all right, well,
Just there, spray him right in the face. Just,
listen,
hey, get off my lawn. Hey, I can do whatever I want.
worked in the cartoons.
Right in their face.
Just fill those cheeks
Fill
up.
the cheeks
See
up.
the cheeks up, they're gonna spit out some fish.
Shoot them.
They're gonna be gone. That's it. They're gonna be gone. That's all.
leave,
you gotta do.
Just
That's
to
all you
make it not worth their while.
That's all it takes. Well, we know Juan's
Follow me
here.
on Instagram for more tips.
Follow me on Instagram to get rid of more Dennis the Menaces.
Warren, if you got Dennis the Menaces, I'm your man. I'm like an octopus that's down the coral reef. I know exactly where to be and when to be.
And I've got all the
I
gold.
got all the arms.
That's right.
Reach everything.
That's right. Nothing
I'm
to
a
do.
cephalopod.
Cephalopod it up,
Walking
baby.
around my head this long, you know I'm smart.
That's it. Juan,
We're done.
we've got our tickets. We've all got our tickets.
Juan, we're ready to go. Juan, are
We're
you?
ready
I'm sure
for
Juan's already got
MasterCon.
his.
I
No,
get to
Juan
meet
waits.
Juan.
Juan waits till the last minute. He says
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
To
to
buy
get
a
his
ticket?
ticket. Yeah.
He has not bought his yet?
No.
Oh, I'm excited. I get
He'll
to
be
meet
there.
him.
Yes.
We're like a
Oh,
month
yeah.
away from you meeting one.
I know.
That's
I'm really
right.
excited.
Yeah, it is coming down the line.
It's like end of
Oh
September.
shit! I can't wait. I
We're all gonna
cannot.
converge.
I cannot
The team.
wait.
The Kickstart team.
I'm super pumped.
It's going to be good. We're going to do a show. We're going to have a good show in the car. It's not just going to be Matt and I just trying to remember what the fuck happened.
Those were some of my favorite episodes
They're-
to
yeah,
listen to. You
yeah,
guys that, like
field-
doing
field
recaps
recording,
and
yeah.
things. Yeah.
I thought I was like about my worst in those episodes
No.
because I was just
You were
so
usually
scattered.
drunk.
No.
Especially at the end of it, I was like wasted.
Yeah, just trying to cover everything. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens, but it'll be good one way or the other.
Great.
We love you. Goodbye. See you
Bye,
next week.
everybody. See you next time.